So y'all, this whole I'm your parent thing, I'm your guardian thing, you can't tell me this, you can't tell me this, you can't tell me that, and basically downplaying whatever it is that a child brings to your attention. First off, let's keep it real. A lot of us know children be keeping it a buck. Children gonna keep it real with you. And that's just what it is. They're gonna keep it real with you. Um, and children don't be having filter, especially especially if you be talking and saying anything around them too. And children just naturally don't have filter, and they connected with the Most High. So at the end of the day, it's like a child gonna say something and not think twice about it, and a child is gonna express themselves. You see what I'm saying? But it's this whole thing where a lot of parents silence their children, silence them because the first thing they want to take it as is disrespect. Every time the child just say how they feel, and they don't yell, they don't do none of that, they don't act out, they don't do none of that, and they just say how they feel. And because you are speaking to a parent, someone older than, because the child is speaking to someone older than them, it's looked at as disrespectful. It's looked at ungrateful. It's looked at as rebellion. And then on the other hand, you got children who said a few things time and time again, and next thing you know, they acting out. Or you have children who cannot verbally say it, so they do act out. You have different angles of children. It's gonna come out some way. If it can't come out verbally, because we're physical, we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. So in order for you to see, because a lot of the times these parents, a lot of the times, because if you're spiritually in tune, then when you spiritually in tune, you attach to the Most High, and then you able to really see things spiritually. So either the child gonna speak to you in a few ways. That's gonna be verbally, or it's gonna be physically. And when I say physically, you're gonna start to see them act out through their actions. Stuff take place within their actions. One of the top biblical scripture, y'all already know what I'm about to say. A lot of y'all know what I'm about to say, because this is the verse. This is the scripture that many, even people who don't even know the Bible, love to quote. And it's honor thy mother and father. Honor thy father and mother. But what does it say right after that? It says, do not provoke your children to anger. When a child is young, a child should be able to express themselves. Yes, there's a line between disrespect and respect, a line between respect and disrespect. There's a line. But for someone to be a parent or a guardian and you're in denial and you don't hold yourself accountable right then and there, you are dangerous. You are dangerous to your child. You are dangerous to whoever you may be taking care of. You are dangerous to them. When keep it real, when you speak something and you say something and someone automatically denies it, or somebody automatically snaps because of that's how you feel, this can start, it's so tied in and it's so deep, because now the child gonna feel like, okay, well, I can't feel like that. Then boom, it's an attack on the emotions. It's an attack on the nervous system. It's an attack on the body. And it starts to store up different emotions and different feelings. Because okay, now I can't say anything, Or it's wrong for me to feel this way because I'm being called disrespectful. It's wrong for me to feel this way because I'm being looked at as I'm being rebellious. It's wrong for me to feel this way because, oh, if I say this, then mommy or daddy gonna withhold love from me, so I can't say anything, or I'm gonna get in trouble, or I'm gonna get beat, or I'm gonna get talked about. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it because I'm fed up. It's ugly. It's nasty. It's seriously, it's disheartening because so many of us are now adults and still struggle with these things. Childhood really plays a huge, because that's the beginning years of your life. And those who hurt their children love to throw in their face later on, it's old, get over it. You have a problem with forgiving, and that's not the case. This is years and years of mistreatment. Why silence a child? Because you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. And someone who doesn't want to hear the truth is dangerous because they're living in denial. They're living in a fantasy world. They can't be corrected. And those who can't be corrected many, many times are operating wrong, moving completely wrong, like you moving wrong. You moving in pride. You be careful how you treat these children. You be careful how you treat your children, because guess what? You take care of them when they're younger and they grow up, they take care of you. You mess around and you hurt your children and you do wrong by them, guess what? God sees everything. God sees everything. And guess what? Some when they say honor don't mean that I have to talk to you. Honor don't mean that they have to talk to you. Honor is respect. Some children get older and they leave it alone and they create beautiful lives for themselves. Some still stay around and still respect, still care. And they will break their hearts, their minds, their body down in order to please their parents. When I watch these narcissist abuse channels, in order to heal for myself, so I can be a better mother and a good mother to my baby. I only have one child. I have a daughter. And Lord knows I make sure I love on her all the time. She a baby. She a tiny baby. This her right here. She sleep, but I'm not going to show my baby. But I watch these things because I can't. It's certain ways that I can't be. When I watch these videos and I read the comments, it's so many people who experience the same things, y'all. And these people are hurting. And it's people who say, I'm 60 years old, I'm 70 years old, y'all. That hurts my heart. I'm 40 years old, I'm 50 years old, still dealing with this. Or I'm just now finding out what this is. Or I've been taking care of my parent. Or I've been taking care of my guardian and they mistreat me. Y'all, that's painful to watch people break themselves down for others. For others. Not only that, the person who created you. It's dysfunctional and it's painful. I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing with nobody. I hope that this make people look at themselves. How you treat your children. I can't sugarcoat. I can't. Do I feel sorry for a lot of parents? Yes, I do. Because a lot of times y'all just doing what y'all were taught. A lot of the times those are spirits operating within y'all because things happen with y'all. But that's not an excuse. Because me as a mother, how I treat my baby, I'm not making no excuses. What I seen, what I grew up in, I'm not making no excuses. I done had conversations with people who treat their child and make sure they go out their way to make sure that they don't, the same cycles do not happen with their children. It's no excuse. People who really went through some stuff. It's no excuse. It's called being accountable. It's called really looking deep within. It's called really, really like facing reality. So no, I can't sugarcoat things with people who don't even give children a voice. This creates so many issues in the long run. This creates people pleasing, mental warfare, low self-esteem. This creates lack of discernment. You messing with your child's discernment. You messing with how they're supposed to navigate in this world. This is a cruel world. You need to be able to detect. And then soon as people who come around with red flags or come around with a familiar spirit that the parent or the guardian carry, the child not even gonna know they're in danger. The child not even gonna know that they're walking into danger, that they walking into the same hurt and pain again. You breaking down this baby discernment. You breaking down these children's discernment. I cannot sugarcoat. God do not play about children. It talks a lot in the Bible about children. It talks about training them up in the way that they should go. Train your children. You're not supposed to break down their discernment. You're not supposed to hurt them. You're not supposed to be jealous of their youth and try to destroy their youth because you struggled in your youth. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to sit there and abandon and reject. It's no excuse, y'all. It's no excuse. You've been hurt. I've been hurt too. You've been hurt. Other people out here been hurt too. But they still show up for their seed, period. Now we're watching a generation full of lost souls. Lost souls, children who are angry, children who got rebellion flowing through them. Anger, rebellion, resentment, unforgiveness, all these that we watching a lot of this warfare. We're watching it. These babies are hurting. I remember in grammar school, teachers sitting around gossiping about us. We in 7th to 8th grade. Y'all sitting here gossiping about us. And me, because I've been a teacher before, a teacher's assistant, worked in child care, have a lot of history in child care. My thing is, why y'all didn't sit down and talk to us and really run us through these things? They was talking about all of us, how we talking to little boys and how we act and attitudes and stuff. Then they had us separated. They had all girls classroom, they had an all boys classroom. If I was the teacher back then, it's all girls in here. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Because you are a teacher. But instead, y'all sitting around grown adults talking about children, dog. Talking about children. They ain't know no better. They ain't know no better, y'all. But still, you sitting back and you talking about children. Instead of you casting stones on a child as if this child know. This child about what? 12, 13 years old? That baby, what, 7, 8, 9 years old? They don't know much. Oh, she fast. She thinks she grown. It's the spirit. It's the spirit, and this is what this child learned somewhere. This child feel like they gotta be fast or something to get love. Or this child come from a background of serious promiscuity. Speak life into the children. Oh, she thinks she grown. I'm gonna let her feel like she grown. Are you serious? Identify. It comes with being spiritually in tune. If you're not attached to the Most High and you raising children, it's gonna be more mistakes made outside than on what it is on the inside. Not saying you're gonna be perfect when you in tune spiritually. You're not gonna be perfect as the parent. You're not gonna be perfect, not at all. But when you are in tune with the Most High gonna lead and guide you into the fruits that you need in order to raise up a child the right way. Y'all, this is painful. It's painful to keep seeing how children are being silenced. It's painful to see how these children out here are acting. These teenagers, it's painful to know I won't get certain apologies. Painful to know you won't receive certain apologies from the things you endured. But we must strive, y'all. Take care.